Folks, the league is horrified of this. The Warriors are 10-2, top in the Western Conference. Second, they're 2-0 in the NBA Cup. And third, which is most important, Draymond Green is top 3 in the Warriors in three-point percentage. Yes. Draymond Green is killing it from three-point. His defense is all NBA, all defensive player of the year this year, and he's scoring, which is opening up the offense, giving so much more space. Teams can't sag on him now, allowing us to score more in the paint. This team is rolling, and we just beat the Memphis Grizzlies to go 2-0 in the NBA Cup. Yes, they didn't have Ja Morant. It was a dominant win. Second half was ugly. We'll talk about it a little bit. But the Warriors are rolling. The NBA is scared of this because the last time the Warriors were started 10-2, won NBA Finals. Won NBA Finals. Lost NBA Finals. 11-1, won NBA Finals. 12-0, lost NBA Finals. It's a sign, folks. We're on our way. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We play some easier teams, but this is fantastic. And this is Randy Silver with Warriors Digest. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss anything in Warriors land. We give you videos every day on the Warriors team. And the Warriors, 10-2. And this was without Steph Curry playing a minute in the fourth quarter. It's been over 3 years since he did not play a fourth quarter. Yes, they brought it back closer, but we did not need to get the big man back in the game, which is massive. And the other massive thing is, let me share my screen for you folks. When we look at the NBA Cup, Group C, let me zoom this in. Warriors are 2-0, Pelicans 1-0, Mavericks, Grizzlies, Nuggets all 0-1. We played New Orleans and Denver. We won both our games at home. New Orleans and Denver on the road. New Orleans a bit tougher. Denver a bit tougher. New Orleans, we should get the win. There are some second place teams in the group that may go ahead based off of plus minuses. Right now we're at +8, which is good. However, you win your group, you're moving forward, which is great to see. And again, the Warriors, 123-118 win. We're going to talk about some key points here, but they did not have Ja Morant. You look here, we held their starters all in the minuses, which is fantastic. Jackson Jr., 32 points. Give him credit, 6 rebounds. And then off the bench, you had Williams Jr. and Eddie, who did well for them. For the Warriors, we talked about this. Melton out. Who would start? Lindy Waters III. Unfortunate for Lindy, he got hurt, only played 11 minutes. He hyperextended his knees. With Melton out, it's a sprained ACL. They said a bunch of games, a group of games. We're not sure. I would call it 2 to 4 weeks at least. Waters, we're not sure how long he's going to be out. If we look right here, let me move my camera. We'll put it in the bottom right screen so you can see the play. I can't make it big for copyright reasons, but you can see down below. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. You can see Waters went up right there, tried to go for the block, and this fell on his knee a bit funny. You can see he's in pain, not happy. He had to have trainers come help him out. He was agony and pain, rolling around. Here's the play again. So Jackson Jr. with the pass. Waters going up, hustle play, and just went down on his knee. He went to the locker room. He was able to jog off on his own power, but unfortunately, we don't know how long he is out. He was doing well until that point, and it makes sense why Waters would start. It gives us some shooting. He is better at defense than people say, but the same starting lineup of Green, Davis, Wiggins, Curry, you put Waters in there, and he gives you scoring, can spread the floor, 2 or 3 from 3 before he got hurt. Second half, when he couldn't play, Podziemski started. He saw 28 minutes. And what did Podziemski do? Folks, look at this if you missed it. This may be the pass of the year, which is unreal. Look at it right here. Loose ball, Podziemski gets it. Around the back pass, perfectly to Kuminga. No look for the Yam. Just unbelievable court awareness, athletic ability. Look at that. Around the back, around the world, falling into the crowd. And he makes the perfect pass right on the fan. And Kuminga yams it down. Look at this for to be Sports Center top 10. Look at this to be the highlight of the year, potentially for a pass. He had 11 points to go with 5 assists. Curry, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, a very healthy stat line. When I talked about Draymond Green, 3-7 from 3. Buddy Hield, 4 of 8 from 3. Moses, 3 of 5 from 3. Curry, 3-7 from 3. Draymond was second on the team in most threes in this game. How many times can you say that? Warriors were 41% from the 3. And Memphis was 16%. It's hard to win a game when you're down that big. Hold on, let me do this really quick. When you look at the team stats, again, we're going to get to the player quotes. Don't go anywhere. 19 made threes to Memphis's 7. What does that mean? That means we made another 12 threes, which is 36 points. That is so hard to overcome if you're Memphis. 36 points to overcome, but we only won by 5. What happened? Look at that second half. We were +8 in the third quarter. They were +10 in the fourth, kind of evened out. They were doing a good job in the paint. So they had 20 more points in the paint than us. That's why it's a bit even. And then foul trouble towards the end. It felt like ticky-tackies. The refs were calling everything. They made another 9 shots from the free throw line. That's why it closed up. When we look at turnovers, 19 turnovers, a lot for the Warriors. My number is 15, as you all know. But if you look right here, points conceded for turnovers, 20-23. So it wasn't as terrible as that sounds, but you can't do that against better teams. So let me go back to me. So for Draymond Green, again, he's made back-to-back threes in the early third. He's made multiple threes in 4 consecutive games, a career high, matching a career high. The Warriors are now 140-30 all-time in regular season games when he makes 2 or more three-pointers in a game. 140-30. Let me do that percentage. 140 divided by 170. 82% of the time that Draymond makes 2 threes, they win. Why? Because it opens up the floor. It provides more spacing. Teams can't sag off of him into the paint, allowing Curry to get to the paint easier, allowing Looney and Jackson-Davis to do work in the paint, allowing Waters, Moody, Hield, Podziemski, all the players around them to be able to get open shots because he's having to be guarded. Green shooting 39.5% from 3 after going 3-7 against the Grizzlies. He's now 45% beyond the arc this season, making him 19 of 42. Unreal, folks. If I go back to this really quick. Look at that. Santos doesn't count. He doesn't play a lot. Hield is shooting 47% from 3 this season. Moody, 46%. Green, 45%. Yes, he takes a little bit less shots. If I would have told you that Curry would be shooting worse percentage-wise than Green, would you believe me? Probably not. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players shooting 40% from 3 and 2 more above 35%. Impressive. Kuminga at 30%. I was hoping this season he'd be at 40%. Need to get that higher. Now, again, we talked about Melton being out. Talked about Waters being out. So hopefully that doesn't hurt us too much. What did potentially hurt us was the referees and just how they called this game. Let's hear from Buddy on his thoughts.
I think they kind of messed up a lot, but it's the game. You can't go back and turn around.
How do you feel? I mean, overall, you guys played. I mean, obviously, it's another.
I think we played great until they started doing that. I think they tried to junk up the game, and I know hats off to Memphis, they was aggressive, but I just think that when they call ticky-tack fouls on one side, they got to call it back on the way. You can't just reward them because we're up by 15, up by 17. You know, I think if we deserve a call, we should get it.
I agree with that. Steve Kerr, head coach, was very animated as well. He kept his cool at the press conference to make sure he didn't get fined.
You were particularly upset with the officials at the end. Can you take us through, I guess, what upset you and maybe even Draymond too?
I'm going to choose not to speak on the officiating.
Did you get an explanation on the second Draymond technical?
No.
Cool, calm, collective. Draymond himself did not get an explanation on why he got a second technical foul, which threw him out of the game. Now he's got 3 for the season. Not ideal.
For your second technical, did you get an explanation?
I don't need an explanation. I did my job. My job was done for the night. We won. Moving on.
good perspective, I guess. Is there anything else I'm missing? We went through all that. Yeah. So overall, folks, Warriors 2-0 in the NBA Cup, 10-2 on the season, looking good. We have Clippers on Monday night, and hopefully we get Melton back in the next month. Let's call it. Waters, hopefully it's not as bad as it could be, and this team is rolling. But this is why you have strength in numbers, and you have the ability for a next man to step up. And Warriors aren't missing a beat, especially when Curry is playing. And Draymond Green can shoot the three like that. This makes the league horrified because Warriors are back. Comment your thoughts. I'll see you on the next video.